Okay, so everyone's been doing these ask me questions and I'll do a YouTube video thing, so I figured I would do one also. Um, so I feel kind of bad that I wasn't on Twitter much yesterday, so I couldn't ask you guys questions when you were doing yours because I was out and about doing things because sometimes we have an actual life outside of Twitter and Tumblr. I know, crazy, right? Okay, so here were some of the questions that you guys asked me. Would you rather date a guy with no limbs or no eyes? Well, um, that's actually a really weird question, but considering the fact that my sister is blind, I think that I would be better equipped to date a guy with no eyes because I have dealt with someone who cannot see for basically all of my life. So I guess I would pick a guy with no eyes because I'm pretty good at dealing with someone who can't see. um, what is an expensive thing you bought and now regret buying? I actually don't really buy a lot of things. I never really have been one to shop. I don't really like to go shopping. I think it's kind of something that I have to do, not something that I like to do. So I don't really go buy things. So I never really bought anything that was expensive. I guess the most expensive thing that I own would be, oh, for my birthday, I went to the Coach outlets and I got myself a new Coach purse. Oh, let me go get it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And it's originally a $500 purse, but at the Coach outlets, it was only $199. And then it so happened that on that day they had like 50% off sale, so I got it for under $100. So I got a purse that's originally $500 for under 100. So I guess you could say I'm a pretty good deal finder when it comes to shopping, but I don't like to shop. Austin Mahone or Harry Styles? I didn't ask about Louis because I know what your answer would be. Um, that's a really hard question because I love both Austin Mahone and Harry Styles. They're both interesting in their own ways, but I guess because of the fact that Austin Mahone is not yet 18, I would have to pick Harry Styles just because he's over 18. Yeah, but I love them both. If you had $1 million, what would be the first thing you'd buy? Um, I don't know. The first thing I'd spend it on would probably be like my school loans, if that counts as something. So after my school loans were paid off, I don't know. Can you buy Louis Tomlinson? If so, then I'd buy him. Yeah. What's one thing you change about Louis, minus his relationship status? I think I'd change the fact that he doesn't know who I am because I think we could be pretty good friends. I don't want to change his relationship status because him and Elle are the like most adorable couple ever. But yeah, I'd change the fact that he doesn't know who I am so that we could be like besties because that'd be amazing. If you had to sell everything you owned except one thing, what would you keep? Well, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'd actually keep two things. So, I was a part of a Masonic youth group growing up. So, when I was 17, I was a state officer for that youth group. So, it was like a really high honor. And for that year, what they do is the girls in your assembly, they make the state officer a quilt. Let me go get it. So it's this really big quilt that I love, and it was made by like some of the adults that I worked with throughout the year, and it has like quilt squares from the girls that were state officers with me, and so I would definitely keep that. I would never sell that because it's a lot of memories and stuff from that year. And the second thing I would keep would be this cow that I have. I've had it since I was 2. If some people are wondering why all of my usernames are Maria, it's because my favorite animal is a cow. And the reason my favorite animal is a cow is because this is the first cow I ever got, and I've had it ever since. And it's really cute, so I would never sell this. So, another question that was asked was, do you have a nickname? And actually, I do. So, as you know, my name is Maria. But growing up, my family would call me like Ree and Reed and Ria. So usually now they just call me Ria. And a lot of my college friends and roommates, they would call me Ria. So pretty much everyone calls me Ria in real life. A few people call me Maria, but the majority of people call me Ria, like RIA. So like if you want to call me Ria, you totally can. Or you can just keep calling me Maria. I mean, I don't really care. I answer to both. So yeah. What is your favorite song at the moment? Um, at the moment, I don't know. So, okay, I just recently this morning heard the new Austin Mahone song, and I really, 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 really liked it because I really like Austin Mahone. So that's one that I really like right now. But I also really like Story of My Life, obviously. But that, and I also really like the song by B.O.B. Headband, because it's really fun to dance to in the car. If you could be any Disney character, who would you be? Okay, any Disney character, not just like a Disney princess. I like that because um, I would probably be Jiminy Cricket because I really like Jiminy Cricket. I think his whole let your conscience be your guide, helping out Pinocchio, all that jazz. I really like Jiminy Cricket, so I actually, one year when I was at school, we had a lot of crickets at UC Santa Cruz, so they would sometimes like hop in when like the doors were open into the apartments and stuff, and we had this cricket that was living behind our stove for like 4 months, and we called him Jiminy, and it was pretty funny. But then he died, but oh well. So yeah, I would be Jiminy Cricket for any Disney character. Describe yourself in 3 words. Um, I guess I would describe myself as random, um, quirky, and undecisive because I can never make decisions. I can't make a decision to save my life. What has been your biggest disappointment slash best memory in life so far? This is a really hard question. I would say my biggest disappointment, I guess, in myself would be when my aunt died. I did never got a chance to visit her in the hospital because the day that my mom and sister went to go visit her, I was at a sleepover thing for like a bunch of the girls who were state officers with me, and they like randomly decided to go that day, and I was like, oh, I can just go see her when I planned on going like 3 days later with my dad, but then it turned out that she passed away the next day, so I never got to see her in the hospital or say goodbye. So that's like kind of the biggest disappointment in myself because I wasn't able to say goodbye to her. And I guess the best memory of my life so far would be, okay, it's a tie between graduating college in 2012 because that was a really big accomplishment, so that was a really fun memory. And the second one would be when Trisha and I went to the last Take Me Home concert in the US back in August, and we were really close to the stage B, and Louis smiled and waved at me, and it was really cool. Yeah, that was a pretty good memory. Where would you hide a dead body? Well, I don't plan on ever having to hide a dead body because I don't think I'd ever be in the position where I would need to hide a dead body, but next to my grandma's house out in Delhi, which is like near Modesto, there is an orchard that has like apple trees and nectarine trees and pear trees and peach trees. It's an orchard, and I feel like that would be a pretty good place to hide a body because there's a lot of trees around, and then it could like just decompose, and then it would help the trees grow or something. Yeah, that's where I guess I'd hide a body. What is your favorite kind of tree? I can't say I have a favorite kind of tree, but redwood trees are pretty cool. Actually, no. My friend Elaine, she was my roommate in college and the one who got me interested or introduced me to One Direction. She studied albino redwood trees when we were at school as part of her like research thing, and they're actually pretty cool looking because they're like white. They're albino redwood trees, so they're actually redwood trees that are white. And I thought those were actually pretty cool looking. So I guess an albino redwood tree would be our favorite tree. What is your favorite color? Okay, so this is actually kind of a funny story because I didn't realize it was my favorite color until I looked around and realized that half of the shit I own is in this color. And it's like a mint green. Like my sheets, my pillowcases, my comforter is mint green. I got these earrings that were mint green. I was like, wow, these are cool. And then I got a purse that was mint green. And I was like, wow, I own a lot of things that are mint green. And then I was like, I guess that's my favorite color. So mint green and purple are my favorite colors. Yeah. What is the song on your iTunes that has the most plays? I think I know what it is, but I'm gonna check real fast just in case I have it wrong. Yeah, I was right. So my number one song on iTunes is Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. It has 366 plays because I really liked that song, and it took me a long time to learn the entire rap. But then after I learned it, obviously I would just play it over and over and over again, rapping the rap because I thought it was really cool. So yeah, that is my like number one song on my iTunes. But then my second one is What Makes You Beautiful with like 200 plays. So there's a really big difference between 366 and 200. Yeah. I think that was all the questions I had. So yeah, that's it. Okay, this was kind of weird because I've never really talked to a camera before, but I hope you guys liked it and I wasn't too awkward. Okay, bye! Here's my kitty Freya. Say hi, Freya. Hi. Mwah. She hates cameras. Okay, go away.